One more uh, point that needs to be made is yesterday when I left Starbucks, heavily tattooed with all black ink. It's definitely this neo-Nazi shit that this town is ridden with. They tattoo their necks and their hands, all black ink. It looks like you do look like you're out of prison. I mean, you're not trying to identify too much beyond some sort of prison, seriously, heavily tattooed individual. And that is what they look like. I've contemplated, are these people parolees? Of course, anyone would contemplate that. But it's like the women and the men, it's everybody there is tattooed with their necks and their hands, and it's quite a circus. It is quote unquote a freak show. And then you have the other staff that isn't like really heavily tattooed, but those are the ones that are always at the scene when I'm about to fucking drop. I'm really sick and standing around waiting for it to happen. They're all looking at me from the pharmacy. They're always standing by the pharmacy. Okay, so here's the deal. Yesterday, I was getting heckled and harassed by one of these heavily tattooed staff members. It was a female, tattoos all over her hand, some on her lower neck. She was saying, "You're crazy." And then when I walked away, I was like 20, 40 feet away. She was telling a trainee, a blonde woman who was training there, she's crazy. She's crazy, and going on and on about me, about my fucking mental state, about how crazy I am. So this is what they're saying about me when the other staff members are repeatedly putting on me a toxic substance. And all they have to do, because the police in this town protect this sort of violence, all they got to do is say I'm crazy. And if I say anything, the police in this town are supposed to arrest me for it. Do you follow this? It needs to be put onto the internet. I've been so pissed that I couldn't say anything this whole fucking time I've been in Port Townsend. Do you know how this has felt for me? So this is the deal, and I want to say this and make it clear. When I'm routinely, by protocol, in contact and have been contagious to whatever toxic substance they are using wittingly, actionably on me, inside the Safeway, once I go in, it's always within the first 15 minutes. They don't wait, but they do it every time. There's been once or twice. I haven't gone in there that much. So this is the stuff we need to talk about, but I need to be talking to this law enforcement about them. I don't need to be defending myself from law enforcement about them. Does anyone understand how the fucking shit works in this country? Or do you think it's okay to go to your store and fucking poison someone because they're buying fucking carrots? What do you think? I don't want to know. I don't want to know what Americans think about this. I'm unarmed in that store buying carrots. Getting so sick when they feel like putting this shit on me that I almost sometimes hold on to something and it passes through me. It takes about 5 minutes. And then I keep walking and I see these fucking staff members watching me the whole time, waiting for me to drop. But is this okay in America? You agree that the cops should come arrest me for talking about it, right? Not the other way around? How would you feel if that happened to you? It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because you're all the same here in America. It won't happen to you. You do it to everybody else, right? You're down with that? You're cool with that? Let's go get someone we don't like them. Let's hit them in the grocery store when they're buying carrots. Apparently, this is what Americans are all about. I'm sorry, I'm not in the Capitol. I'm thousands of miles away and they're still doing the same shit here. I couldn't talk about it until the middle of May. It's been happening since December. Now, to this end, I need to make this point, and I just want to hang this up until I get my composure back. It usually occurs, and it hasn't occurred more than maybe 10 times because I haven't gone in there that much. And this needs to be noted and discussed how much I've been in there and when. Of course, how and when and why and where and who. All right. It happens within the first 15 minutes by protocol. A couple times it's taken place after about 15 max. It's always really fast. They don't wait very long, but sometimes I'll be there meandering for a good 12 minutes and then blasto. But it's in those aisles. There's never been any other aisles that I'm fucking getting dizzy and all this stuff. I'll talk about how toxic this stuff is later. I will, but I want to get to the criminal actions here. All right. It's always within that time. And then there's been a handful of times that I have been told to go to Safeway and sit there after the poisoning. That was the point of why I went, was to be poisoned and then go sit, like I said yesterday, that I can't talk about all that crap, okay? Well, we're going to talk about it because I've had enough. All right, but I'll sit there, and when I sit there, the staff members, it's just like basically the entire store, whoever works there, they come out, they glare at me. They're just incredibly uncivilized and hostile. Let's just say that. They're like almost militant. And so I'm like, fuck you, right? I don't say anything. I just sit there. I'm like, wow, your fucking staff members are fucking poisoning me. I've known that since December, and this is how you people treat me. But yesterday, they're going as far as to call me names out loud, hackling me, demoralizing me in front of customers in the store. I bought a latte. I was being perfectly civilized and normal. And then she's telling us, she was telling another staff member as I was walking away, 40 feet away, she's crazy. Just yelling it. And this is where this felony crime shit is happening in there. And yeah, I was hit yesterday with more of this dizzy stuff. And they got me as protocol right when I walked in. It was stunning. And then after that, I went and got the coffee right by where I had been hit, and I was being screamed at as I walked away, or screamed about. She's crazy. I mean, these fucking people are fucking contaging me with toxic substances that are felony fucking illegal shit, and then hollering that I'm fucking crazy. And all they got to do is call their town cops here if I say one word about it. And the cop will scoop me up for what? What, man? For what? Take me to your Jefferson Hospital, right? What's your plan today? You gonna have mommy and stepdaddy come and get me? Arrest me today? We'll find out.